They see you as small and helpless. They see you as just a child. Surprised when they find out that a warrior will soon run wild. Prepare for your greatest moments. Prepare for your finest hour. The dream that you've always dreamed is suddenly about to flower. We are lightning, straying from the thunder. Miracles of ancient wonder. This'll be the day we've waited for. This'll be the day we open up the door. I don't wanna hear absolution. Hope you're ready for revolution. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. In time, your heart will open minds. A story will be told. Victory is in our simple soul. Damn it. Is this really it? Sorry, everyone.
Huh? Ein! 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 Are you all right? Claire, please hurry to the lobby. Ein has fallen unconscious. Someone bring a stretcher. Help me carry him to the medical ward.
Ash density within expectations. No major oracle responses nearby. You are to collect the items needed for a bias factor inhibitor. If there are no questions, please commence.
Let's move.
Ein's in trouble, huh?
Yeah, let's get what we need and hurry back to base.
Yes.
Ein was going out on missions a lot more than usual recently. I brought it up, but he said he was fine, so I left it at that. If I'd only tried to talk with him more.
We said we wouldn't say anything about his personal missions. It isn't your fault, Amy.
But still...
2 bites! No! Time to eat! Yeah! Ha!
His bias factor activity was 30 times higher than a normal God Eater. Typically, going up that high means turning into an origami.
When I think about it, he's a big ball of mysteries. First Gen was a seriously long time ago. How can he still be around?
Just one item left to pick up.
Let's hurry.
You found everything we need. Good work out there. Please prepare to... Keith, please, go ahead.
Hugo, I found some evidence.
I see. What's going on? Amy, gather everyone when we get back. I have an announcement.
Ah, understood. I'll put the word out right away.
So, everyone's here? I have an announcement to make. Listen up. Up until today, we've been working alongside Ein, striving to establish new endeavors. Everyone here has received help from Ein in some form. That includes me. But today, I learned Ein is one of the 3 sages of the Calamity. Soma Schicksal.
One of the 3 sages? You mean the ones who created the Ashlands?
Huh? How is that possible? Are you certain?
Ein has always refused to undergo medical checks aboard the ship. Of course, he doesn't belong to our port, and I'd never force him. But it was an emergency, so we performed tests to find the cause of his illness. And we found something. Ein's body is capable of producing P73 bias factor internally. It's a characteristic seen only in the first God Eater, Soma Shixel.
No way. I didn't want to believe it either, so I looked at the results. But the harder I looked, the more it became clear that Ein is in fact Soma Shixel.
If Ein really is Soma Shixel, what do we do now?
Right. None of the 3 sages of the Calamity have been found since the Ashlands appeared. He would have to be turned over to Gleipnir and the Port Security Council. After that, there would be a trial at the Central Court in Arrowhead. He'd be given the maximum penalty for certain.
Are we sure Governor General Gatlin doesn't know about this?
Knowing him, it's possible he's been aware of Ein's identity this whole time. But if this got out, even the Governor General wouldn't be able to protect him.
But then...
We can save that talk for later. Why would Ein cause the Calamity? But I know that everything we built together with him wasn't a lie. Let's think of a way to save him. That's good enough for now, right?
With the new data on Ein's body, we found we need some new materials for the inhibitor. If there are no questions, please commence.
Bullseye!
Dive! I found the first one!
Hey, way to go!
Yeah! Time to eat!
Honestly, I'm relieved we decided to help out Ein.
Yeah, Neil?
I don't know his past, but Dusty Miller took good care of me. Even if everyone had disagreed, I would want to save him somehow.
I do, but...
Yeah.
Yes!
Me too. I want to make sure he survives no matter what.
Right.
It was a huge shock to hear that he was one of the 3 sages of the Calamity.
But I've worked with him a long time. I think I know him well.
That's right.
Looks like you have 4. Just 1 item left to pick up. One more left! One more left!
Yeah, let's find it and go home.
Roger! You've collected all the items. Good work today. All right, we'll be waiting for you back home.
Ein's bias factor activation level has stabilized for now. However, his condition remains extremely grave. We've slowed the encroachment rate, but that's only bought us some time.
I see.
But we did learn a few important things. Normally, God Eaters reach their limit because they lose control. But in this case, the activation of his oracle cells can't be slowed down. It's like they have a mind of their own and are trying to eat him.
Huh. I know what's going on. I know about the origami inside Ein.
Pheme, what do you know about this?
The origami inside Ein has been crying for a long time. It's in a hurry because it wants to eat.
If Pheme is right and Ein's oracle cells are hastening the corrosion, then we probably have even less time than we thought we did. Listen, we have one suggestion. If things continue as they are, then Ein will likely never wake up again. But his resonance area may be a path that leads to his conscious mind. Knowing him, he had to have been aware of the state his body was in. So I think we should go straight to the source to find a solution. How about it? Right. I've got a lot of questions for him. I've talked to Keith about prepping the connection. The observee this time will be the very first God Eater. Anything could happen in his resonance area. Be sure to take care.
Resonance area link established. All instruments are green. The area is moderately warped. Expect multiple memory nodes. It's a solo operation this time. Good luck in there.
Very good. It boils inside me. Why not have a seat? Go away!
What is a human doing here? Get out of here now!
I do bite! Ha! Yeah! Time to eat! Time to eat! Now we're talking! There it is!
I told you to go away! I need to hurry. There's something I have to do. If you interfere, you'll regret it.
Memory node responses appearing rapidly. Be careful.
Yeah! Yes! That's it! Why not have a seat? I do bite! I do bite! There! Let's do this!
Memory node responses are clear. Resonance area warp has decreased. Are there any changes?
You're a weird human. You plan to keep going on? Whatever. I don't care.
came this far. This place. This is where Soma was born.
Embedding the bias factor in a mature host is nigh impossible.
The only solid results we've seen are with prenatal injection. Even then, it's only had limited success with the rats.
We've tested enough rats. I think it's past time we move into human trials. Well past.
The P73 bias factor has incredible potential, but we've only scratched the surface. I don't think we're ready. Not even close.
The real question is how we can afford to wait any longer. People are dying every day by the thousands to the origami menace.
You wouldn't adapt, but Johannes, what about our son? He could take to it. He could. You will bring joy to this world. My darling boy, my precious little boy. You will shield them from the origami. You will save them.
Putting your enemy inside of yourself. Humans are very interesting. And so, Soma and I were born together in that moment.
A purpose, Soma. You have a purpose. You shall purge this world of those beasts. You will see them all burn and fall.
His basal cell metabolism is extraordinary. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
That's impossible. I put 8 stitches in his wound yesterday. It can't be healed already. He can't be human.
Soma's a pretty strange one, too. He could have just eaten all the people he didn't like. And when he wouldn't do it, I wanted to do it for him. But I couldn't do anything at all.
Resonance area connection established. Link strength is fluctuating, but within parameters. Alright, good luck in there.
Time to eat! Shut!
You're back again, strange human. As long as you don't interfere, I don't care. Go ahead and look.
This is the first time we've met in person, isn't it? Costa Heidenstam, Head of Transmission Engineering Research. We're developing transmission technology using bias fields.
I'm Josiah Kwan, a specialist in nanomachines. I owe much to your father, and am very glad to meet you.
I've heard a lot about both of you from the director of the Far East branch.
Oh, well, that's an honor.
That's when Soma met them.
I've seen your theory on generating auto-regressive networks using retro-oracle cells. An old man like me would never have conceived of it. Your insight is marvelous.
So what did you want? The proposed Ragnarok project. We'd like you to help realize it.
Very good. No! Very good. Very good.
A centrally controlled network of God-Arc nanomachines operated through a bias field. Origami touching it would be devoured by the altering of the nanomachine's bias tendency. That's the basic idea of the Ragnarok project, right? The project needs an AI, a central core, to operate the nanomachines. We can't create it without your brilliant mind, Dr. Schicksal.
You think too highly of me.
Dr. Schicksal, can you say humanity is truly living right now? We've been fodder for Origami for 30 years. I want to put an end to that. I want to lead humanity to a new life.
Soma joined the project.
I do bite! This is painful, but I have more in me. Yeah! Yes! Why not have a seat? How does that feel? Ha! Ha! It boils inside me.
The resonance wave CI ratio is too low. We absolutely must have higher oscillations. We'll place autonomous amplifiers at each relay station. I'll create a model.
I'd heard the rumors, but this far exceeds what I imagined.
What do you mean?
Bringing you aboard was the right choice. Right, Dr. Heidenstein?
Soma really seemed happy for once.
Dr. Heidenstein, Dr. Schicksal, we finally reached this stage.
If the next simulation goes well, we can finally proceed to testing.
Yeah, but the conditions need to be just right. We need time to evaluate the results.
You're brilliant, Dr. Schicksal, but you're also very cautious.
It's what he does best. Go ahead. Investigate until you're satisfied.
They were only a step away.
You'll find all the specifics in the written report. But to summarize the situation, the analysis of the simulation confirms a major vulnerability in the system. If it were to get out of control during a test run, it could cause a global catastrophe with devastating consequences. We need to postpone the testing.
How long do you estimate the delay would be?
Well, we're closely examining everything right now. It's already clear that core components will need to be redesigned and installed, though. All in all, we're looking at a delay of at least 24 months, including verification, and maybe up to 4 years.
Dr. Schicksal, objectively speaking, I can see no clear flaw in the logic of your report. However, the problem you're describing here would only occur if the central core had human-level intelligence. Are you saying that the core you led the development for is capable of such a fantastic thing?
It's not conclusive. I'm only saying it's a possibility.
So you're suggesting we delay the project for an unknown possibility? That's ridiculous. Dr. Kwan, we should perform the test as scheduled.
That's crazy. You're willing to ignore the danger and still go ahead with the test?
Yes, yes. You've always seemed terribly afraid it would fail, Dr. Schicksal.
Dr. Heidenstam, that's going too far. I, for one, understand Dr. Schicksal's concerns all too well. Yet, here we are. We are not in a position to control every little pebble we find on the side of the road. We simply have to keep forging ahead. You, of all people, are well aware of how much funding has gone into this project. And think of all the people working tirelessly in R&D. We can't let them down. We're in essence responsible for their lives.
Don't you understand? Their lives would be under more immediate threat if the test failed.
All right, Dr. Schicksal. I can see you simply want to postpone the test, no matter what. With that in mind, all further discussion will take place between myself and Dr. Heidenstam.
Dr. Kwan!
Look, if we can deal with the issues, then you'll have no objections. Isn't that right, Dr. Schicksal?
Yes.
Then we'll work together to prepare a proposal. And soon. Please just wait for us to get in touch with you.
You're still here, then? I told you before. There's something very important I have to do quickly. I will eat Soma to save him.
Vital signs are normal. Resonance area connection established. The area is heavily warped, so please use all due caution. All right, please begin.
Yes! That's it! Ha! There! There it is!
These are his memories of that day.
Why? Dr. Kwan and Dr. Heidenstam haven't contacted me in a week now. What could be going on? What? My head is splitting. This is Satellite 24. Block C. What's happening? What?
That was when the calamity happened.
What's going on? Damn, what's happening? A wide area oracle effect. really go ahead with the test?
Soma is such a fool. He trusts people so easily. But that's also something that's good about him.
Damn it. Are there really no survivors? Someone! Answer me! What do I do?
Help me.
Run, now! Come on, I'll play with you some more.
It was always like that. I was with Soma, but I could never do anything. That time was the same. But now, for a little while, if I'm quick, I can eat Soma to save him.
This will be your fourth connection to Ein's resonance area. The warp gets greater as you go deeper, so please take care. If there are no questions, please commence.
I do bite! How does that feel? Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Sha! Time to eat! Ha! Ha! Time to eat! There it is!
Dr. Kwan and Dr. Heidenstam still haven't sent any messages.
I see.
As you thought, they must have rushed to start the test. It's the only possible answer.
What about the area around HQ? How was it?
The black mist originated there and spread across a roughly 300-mile radius. There are differences in density,
but a human couldn't last 10 minutes anywhere inside. No survivors were found within 100 miles of HQ. Anyone close was doomed.
Understood. For now, please get some rest.
About the black mist seen at HQ. The same phenomenon was seen at major bases throughout Europe as well. All of them are more or less devastated.
I see.
If it wasn't only Europe, but other branches around the world too, then... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
It's okay. Thank you for your report.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Do you read me? This is the Far East Branch. Do you read, Dr. Shixel?
Huh?
This is Lindo Amamiya at the Far East Branch. Damn it. There's too much interference. I can't hear a thing.
Hello, I read you. This is Soma.
Oh, I finally got through to you.
Lindo, is that you?
Hey, come on, man. Don't sob into my ear like that. Anyway, I'm glad to hear you're alive.
Lindo, tell me, what's the status of the Far East?
Hmm? It's basically what you're imagining. That weird mist came out of nowhere and covered the whole branch in 30 minutes.
But are you all okay?
Yeah, I guess. We're all alive anyway.
I'm sorry. This whole terrible mess. I am responsible for all of it.
I see. Listen, Soma. I'll keep everyone I can reach safe. I promise. Got that? So keep living. Follow the path you need to. Solve this problem any way you can. Do you understand? Ah, crap. This is the last line still connected, but it looks like we're about out of time.
All right. Then I'll leave the Far East in your hands. And I promise, I'll find a way to deal with this situation. Somehow.
Yeah. You do that, Dr. Shixel. Once it's all done, we'll get a drink. See you, friend. Take care of yourself.
From that day forward, Soma called himself Ein instead. He said he'd keep being Ein until he could resolve the calamity. Oh no. Looks like time is running out quickly. I really need to hurry. I have to admit that talking with you has been less boring than I thought it would be. But this is the last and only chance I'll get to do something for Soma's sake. I really can't fail him now.